fled. More change, yeah. My emotions are valid, but the goal is not to be triggered every time. Never mind, it's just life. It's okay for my sanity to choose perfect peace, and I'll forever and always be here, present. I am enough as I am. I am fully equipped. Even when the tide and the current start to shift, I am adaptable. I am adaptable. Let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. It's safe for me to be grounded in the present moment. The balance between problem solving and the universe working itself out. All that I have is all that I need, but to actualize it I can't doubt, no doubt. My emotions are valid, but the goal is not to be triggered every time. Never mind, it's just life. It's okay for my sanity. I choose peace, and I'll forever and always be present. I am enough as I am. I am fully equipped. Even when the tide and the current start to shift, I am adaptable. I am adaptable. Let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. It's safe for me to be grounded in the present moment. I honor God when I honor me. I honor God when I honor you. You honor God when you honor me. If you don't honor God, how could you honor me? Honor me. Is it true? You actually think of me as less than you. Just wish that I knew how something like that could happen. Maybe it's just in passing, 'cause nothing is everlasting, no. But like really though, how do you know that I can overcome all of the obstacles? She just looked me in the eye, said it's gonna be alright, 'cause I know that's how it goes. The only thing we know is that we change. Nothing's ever gonna stay the same forever, forever. No, it won't, 'cause no one ever does. You just have to learn to trust whenever. As blue as the sky above you, the same forever. No one won't, 'cause no one ever does. You just have to learn and trust whenever. As blue as the sky above you. It's true that it won't end this way. If you lose and get sad about it, just know it's gonna go away. As blue as the sky above you. It's true that it won't end this way. If you lose and get sad about it.
Good day, Transformers. Good day. Welcome to another episode of Transform Your Life here at One Transformation Center. Hope that you're having an amazing day. That this day is giving you everything that you've been waiting for, everything that you've been desiring. If not, it can begin now. You have the power to change that right now. I am your host. I am M.A.N.I.F.E.S.T.A.T.I.O.N, One Transformation Center leader and founder. Grateful that you joined us this morning. Take a moment, like, share, and subscribe. Please take a moment, share, and subscribe. There's something that's coming from this session, and I can't even begin to put it into words of how it's going to bless you. Why do I say that? It was blessing me and just putting it together. Just the formulation of it was a blessing to me. So if you don't catch it, I don't know what to say. But this has already been a phenomenal day anyways. We started out at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time this morning. We started out at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time this morning with the morning manifestation session, which we do every morning at 6 a.m. If you have not tuned in to one of those sessions yet, you can begin to do so at 6 a.m. live on Monday through Friday, or 8 Saturday and Sunday. Or the alternative is, if you are unable to catch them at those times, feel free to listen to them. They're recorded. We will go back and make them a little bit easier to find as we organize things on the page and bring some over from another page that we were streaming on previously. But I want you all to be able to tune in to follow One Transformation Center and all the social media outlets. That's Facebook. There's a Facebook page, Instagram, YouTube. We haven't set the Twitter page up yet. It's coming soon. But Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube keep you engaged, keep you up to date with the things that are happening here. It's some amazing things being created, manifesting each and every day. And I just want to get you to tap into that energy so you can be able to ride this transformational energy. All right. Today is week two of the Magnanimous Manifestation series. Last week, our focus on mindfulness. If you missed out on last week, take a moment anytime when it's at your leisure to go back to the stream and check it out. I've heard wonderful feedback about it. It's been a blessing to myself and many others. So take a moment to check in, tune in. All right. Let's start by setting the tone, setting the moment, setting the mood, getting our minds right so that we can begin to receive. We're going to begin with a meditation. So let's begin to prepare our minds. Maybe even close your eyes, or if you're unable to close your eyes in this moment, just soften your gaze. And begin to listen to your breath. Tune into your breathing. And I want you to begin to allow yourself just to notice your breathing without trying to change it. Without trying to change it. And I want you to begin to notice if you feel tense or relaxed. Notice if you feel tense or relaxed. I want you to begin to inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. So always is better when you get an inhale and hold it for a couple of seconds before you exhale. Let's try it again. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Again. Inhale through your nose. Exhale. Continue to do this. Continue to take these deep, full breaths. Inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. And as you breathe, become aware of your state of body and the quality of your mind. Where is your body holding tension? Do you feel closed off or emotionally unavailable? Where is your mind? Is it wandering or is it at one with each breath that you take? Is your mind at ease? Or is it filled with restlessness, negativity, or just neutrality? While you continue to breathe, inhaling through your nose, holding it, holding it, holding it, and exhaling through your mouth, place your hands upon your heart, both of your hands, and continue to breathe. And I want you to notice something. First, I want you to ask yourself a question. Ask yourself, how does it feel? How does it feel to place my hands on this sensitive area? It's a very tender area. This place where I experience love and I give love. How does it feel? And while you're doing this, allow your breath to become more at ease and effortless. Inhaling and exhaling through your nose. Feel the air moving through your lungs and then back out to the world. With each breath, imagine you are breathing, imagine you are releasing negative thoughts with every exhale that you take. Release. 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 Continue to focus on your breath. On each inhale, think, I am worthy. And on each exhale, think, I am enough. I am worthy. I am enough. I am worthy. I am enough. I am worthy. I am enough. Continue this mantra for a few minutes. Stating it to yourself internally. I am worthy. I am enough. Notice how you feel as you begin to recite these words. As you continue to recite these words to yourself, notice how you feel. In your mind, if your mind wanders, it's okay. It's natural. Absolutely natural. Just simply bring yourself back to your breaths. And back into the mindfulness of you being worthy and enough. And notice how your thoughts will come and go, whether negative or positive, whether positive or negative. Simply allow them to continue to move like the clouds floating through the sky. Now visualize yourself standing in front of a mirror. Look yourself into your eyes. Tell me, what do you see? What do you see? Do you see pain, sadness? Do you see joy and happiness? Or nothing at all? Regardless of what you see in this moment, regardless of what your reflection displays, tell yourself, I love you. You are absolutely radiant. You are beautiful. You are worthy of happiness and everything that surrounds it. You are amazing. You are amazing. And now imagine yourself breathing into your heart and visualize love pouring from your hands into your heart. Let this love warm and permeate through you from your heart center, filling the rest of your body. Feel a sense of comfort and calm, traveling up through your chest into your head, onto your shoulders and your arms, your hands and down through your ribs, your stomach and your pelvis, your legs, and your feet. Allow the sensation of warmth to fill you up from head to toe. Breathe here. And know that love is always here in this place for you whenever you need it. When you're ready, take a few more deep, mindful breaths. And then softly open your eyes. While sitting there for a moment, acknowledging your experience. And acknowledging that you are worthy. That you are enough. That you are loved. At any given time, you can return back to this space whenever you're ready. This is a space of remembrance, and it reminds you of who you are. It reminds you that you are loved. Space where you can come and fill yourself back up. And so frequently we're always giving. Or people are always taking. And we're operating from a space of half full or half empty. I hope in this moment you've allowed yourself to see yourself as full. I hope that is the case. All right, now let's move to the oath of transformation. Yes, I know some of you were in the session this morning. We do the same things, many of these things in the morning manifestation sessions, but it's good to keep doing them. It's good to keep doing them. All right, so let's do the oath of manifestation. I'll bring it up on the screen for you to read along, state it with fervor, with meaning, and the understanding that everything is working together for your best and absolute best and highest good. So let's recite it. Are you ready? Maybe I'm not ready. Let me get a moment here. Let's do it. All right. Say it with me. I accept and receive unexpected good. I accept and receive unexpected good. Unexpected kindness, unexpected generosity. Unexpected love, unexpected money. Unexpected offers, unexpected prosperity. Coming in unexpected ways from unexpected places in my life and in the lives of others. I am constantly guided and boldly empowered to experience. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't even see right now. I accept the principle, to experience the abundance of the universe. I am constantly guided and boldly empowered to receive the abundance of the universe. I accept the principle that abundance and prosperity have already been given to me. My acceptance makes it real and opens the space for manifestation to rush in. I open wide the doors of my consciousness to receive and to give. It is done now. Through this oath of manifestation, all things are possible. I declare absolutely that I live in a friendly universe that is always providing for me. I feel it powerfully happening now. I can afford anything I desire. In fact, I am so prosperous, I need never worry again. I am grateful for all that I already have, and grateful for all that I am ready to give. I keep myself lifted in high consciousness, no matter what the appearances are. For God is all there is. I let the God times roll, and so it is. And so it is. And so it is. Now, as we prepare for the week 2 of the Magnanimous Manifestation series, let's bring in the word of the day. Let's begin the word of the day, or the thought of the day. The thought of the day is, let me not forget my function. Let me not try to substitute mine for God's. Let me forgive and be happy. Say that again. Let me not forget my function. Let me not forget my function. Let me not try to substitute mine for God's. Let me forgive and be happy. Let me forgive and be happy. All right, fantastic. Now, you guys ready? Are you ready for the presentation for the Magnanimous week 2 of the series, 13-week series of the Magnanimous Manifestation session? If so, give me one moment to pull it up. I thought I had it on my screen. Let's see here. Interesting. Let's see. It's not pulling up here. Stand by for me one moment while I pull this up. Let's take a little quick instrumental break.
Here I find myself again, time traveling only in my head. From the past to future play, more change, yeah. My emotions are valid, but the goal is not to be triggered every time. Never mind, it's just life. It's okay for my sanity to choose perfect peace, and I'll forever and always be here, present. I am enough as I am. I am fully equipped. Even when the tide and the current start to shift, I am adaptable. I am adaptable. Let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. It's safe for me to be grounded. solving in the universe working itself out. All that I have is all that I need. But to actualize it, I can't doubt, no doubt. My emotions are valid, but the goal is not to be triggered every time. Never mind, it's just life. It's okay for my sanity. I choose peace and I'll forever and always be present. I am enough as I am. I am fully equipped. Even when the tide and the current start to shift, I am adaptable. I am adaptable. Let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. Safe for me to be grounded in the present moment. I honor God when I honor me. I honor God when I honor you. You honor God when you honor me. If you don't honor God, how could you honor me? Honor me.
All right, we're back. We're back. Had a quick technical difficulty there, but we worked it out. All right. Let's put this together. Let's remove this banner real quickly. All right. Welcome back to another Magnanimous Manifestation series. It's a 13-week series. In this last week we covered mindfulness. M for mindfulness. Again, if you missed out on any part of that, feel free to go back and check it out. This week, but allow me, before we continue, to define the word magnanimous. And I want to do it from two different spaces. I want to break down and really get to the root words of magnanimous. And then, but first and foremost, what is magnanimous? What does it mean? Magnanimous is the showing or suggesting a lofty and courageous spirit, showing or suggesting nobility of feeling and generosity of mind, according to Webster's. Again, according to Webster's, magnanimous is showing or suggesting a lofty and courageous spirit, showing or suggesting nobility of feeling and generosity of mind. So we want to create from this space, of a courageous spirit, a lofty and courageous spirit, a nobility of feeling and generosity of mind. Now, if we break down the Latin word meaning of magnanimous, it derives from the word magnus, which means great, and animus, which means soul. So if we put these two words together, it means great soul, kind soul. So we want to create, manifestate. We want to begin to manifest from a space of kindness, a space of a great soul. Okay, so now as you're thinking about manifesting, I want to manifest, a desire to manifest, you must first ask yourself if you're manifesting from a great and kind soul. That's key. Are you manifesting from a great and kind soul? Okay, so this week, as I stated last week, we focused, M was for mindfulness. This week is attune. It is attune. So let's break down what the definition of attune is. Attune is to bring into harmony, tune, to make aware or responsive. The action of attune is attunement. So again, it's to bring into harmony, to tune, to make aware or responsive. So we want to become aware and be responsive of the harmony that exists within us, to become aware and responsive of the harmony, to be in alignment is also another word for attune. We want to be in alignment. Okay? So here are the attributes of Attune, A-T-T-U-N-E, the acronym Attune. A is for awareness. T for tuning towards. I said tuning, turning towards. T for tolerance. U for understanding. N for non-defensive responding. E for empathy. So I'm going to break down each one of those. In order for you to be attuned, you must first become aware. I'm going to say that again. In order for you to become attuned, you must first become aware. Aware of your surroundings, aware of your atmosphere, aware of the things that are connecting you, that are with you each and every day. You got to be aware of your surroundings. For instance, I have a tendency to constantly look out my windows. And people always say, why are you always looking out the windows and trying to peer to see what's going on out there? I said, well, I do so because I do so because I want to ensure that I am aware of everything that's happening around me. Because awareness will allow me to be able to make the necessary assessments of how to move going forward. Now, you say, okay, but how does that translate to things that are happening in our lives? Well, in our lives, let's for instance, our bodies, when we're feeling ill, our bodies gives us a symptom. And it's important for us to become aware of that symptom so that we can understand the dis-ease that we're going through, so that we can we can return the harmony within our bodies. So if you notice that you've been sleepy a lot, then there's a very good possibility that there's something going on that is draining your energy, and you need to become aware of it. And that awareness will allow you to be proactive instead of reactive. There's something happening in your relationships or on your job. It's important for you to be aware, because then if you're aware, again, you can be proactive instead of reactive. If you can be aware and see an opportunity that's coming down the pipeline that you may be suited for before anyone else sees it, you're aware of it and you prepared yourself to make your approach. You've presented yourself accordingly. You may be aware, you say, I desire love. I desire an expression of love, have someone that I can experience a greater expression of love with. Well, if you become aware of what love is and how love itself is articulated within you, or any conditions that you've placed upon love, you can remove those conditions so that you can have a greater experience of the love you wish to desire, you wish to experience. For instance, you look around, you say, man, something's always happening. I get these knuckleheads, or somebody always comes in my space and it just seems like it's always full of conditions. Well, are you aware of what the conditions are? Are you aware within yourself if those conditions are something that are an extension of you? Are you aware? Then in turn you can begin to make the adjustments so that you can be able to have greater and higher experiences. So that's awareness, being able to pick up on little subtle cues of things that are happening in our space, in our surroundings. That's awareness. T, turning towards. You know, many times there's an acronym for fear, false evidence appearing real. FEAR, false evidence appearing real. And many times we turn away from the things that challenge us, the things that make us uncomfortable. We resist it. We move away from it, without understanding that the very things that we desire, that we ignore, we attract. The things that we resist, we attract more of them. However, if we begin to turn towards or face everything and remember who we are, then we become more empowered, more engaged. We can truly seize the opportunities that are available to us in those moments. Because if not, then we're becoming a victim of the moment. If not, we're becoming a victim of our circumstances and situations. If not, then we are allowing our circumstances and situations to determine our identity. And when we look back at that, is it truly who we are? Or is it that we have forgotten to turn towards it, to face it, and to move in accordance so that we can realize in those moments that we are bigger, more powerful, more stronger than those circumstances and situations. That those circumstances and situations, those problems aren't as big as they may seem. They're not. So it would help you, it would help you to be able to turn in and tune into your own personal power and to remember your divinity, not going without, but going within. And then again, you begin to realize everything that is supporting you instead of everything that you're missing. So when we turn away from things, we have a tendency to focus on lack instead of being able to focus on the abundance that is there for us in that very moment, in that very opportunity. Okay? There's a saying that goes on out there that the kids use it today. They say, my ops, my ops, my ops, meaning opposition, meaning someone who is, is trying to harm them, who is opposing them, right? But I challenge you, let that word ops become your opportunity to grow, your opportunity to expand, the opportunity to realize more about who you are and whose you are so that you can really transform in becoming the best and highest version of yourself. All right, the next one, tolerance. Oh, this is a big one for us. We don't like to tolerate a lot of things, do we? And when we don't like to tolerate a lot of things, more times than none, it's because we have a sense of judgment. We have allowed ourselves to move into a mindset that determines what that situation is, what that thing is. And from our limited perspective, not knowing what's going on beyond our perception. So now I encourage you to become more tolerant of everything and everyone around you. Why? Because everything is absolutely happening for your best and highest good. I'll say it again. Everything is absolutely happening for your best and highest good. The question is, are you willing to allow it? Are you willing to accept it? Are you willing to fully embrace tolerance so that you can see the benefits instead of the obstructions? Following tolerance is understanding. Mm. Understanding leads to E as well. We're going to get to that in a moment. Understanding doesn't necessarily mean that you must realize or that you must have firsthand knowledge or experience of things that are going on. And many of us, we lack understanding. I love this, the quote, in all thy getting, get an understanding. We so recklessly move about life without understanding. We're just here to experience it. We don't understand why the sun shines. We don't understand the benefits of the sun shining. We don't understand why the trees grow and the benefits of the trees growing and how it directly benefits us. We don't understand why things occur. We don't take the time to understand, the time to dig deeper, the time to get still, to be quiet and listen. We do have two ears. There's a reason we have two ears and one mouth. We don't give ourselves the chance to listen so that we can go deeper into our consciousness and understand the why. The best thing you can do when acquiring understanding is ask one simple question. You know what that question is? Why? We love to ask what, we love to ask how, we love to ask where, we even like to ask when. But seldomly do we ask the question why in an earnest manner with the desire to get a greater understanding. Okay? So commit yourself to getting an understanding. Following understanding is N, non-defensive responding. The Course of Miracles teaches us, that, or reminds us that in my defenselessness, my safety lies. In my defenselessness, my safety lies. Well, what does that mean? When we take upon the posture of being defensive, that is a space of ego, ego, edging God out. There is no room for a greater enlightened understanding. There's no room for compassion and empathy. There's no room for awareness. There's no room for turning towards. There's no room for tolerance. We just act we move and position ourselves like a wild animal who's under threat without realizing that we have a protection. Now, what do you mean by that? Well, I'll pose this question to you. You say you believe that God is omnipresent, meaning always present. You said it. You say you believe that the energy and essence that you know of God, Allah Almighty, the universe, is all knowing, right? And in addition, you say you believe that it is also all powerful. So when you move into a space of defensiveness, you do realize that you are saying that I don't trust you being always present. I don't trust you being powerful. I believe that I'm more powerful than you. I know better than you know, universe, God, Allah, whatever we may call our higher power. You say, I believe that I am more powerful than you, that I can protect myself better than you, that I have a greater understanding than you do. So I ask this question. Is that what you mean to say? Is that what you truly believe? If not, step back. The battle is not yours. Remember, in my defenselessness, my safety lies. When you get defensive, you move into a space of ego again. You're edging God out. You said, move over, God, I got this. But do you really have it? Do you have it in a way that can bring about peace? Do you have it in a way that can bring about healing? Do you have it in a way that can bring about a way of expansion that works out for all parties involved, that moves in a magnanimous way? Do you have it to that degree? If not, stop being defensive, non-defensive responding. And many of us, when we're communicating with one another, we communicate from a space of we listen to respond. We don't listen to understand. And if we begin to listen to understand, we would hear differently. But then before we hear, we will really integrate and operate from a space of listening. From a space of listening. We would internalizing what's being said versus what we think is being said or what we desire to hear. So non-defensive responding. Following non-defensive responding, we move into a space of empathy. We move to a space of empathy. Now, many times we have confused empathy with sympathy. Empathy does not mean that you feel sorry for someone. Actually, that's the worst thing you could do, is feel sorry for someone. Empathy is, as I stated earlier, it is a derivative of understanding. And it also is a derivative of allowance. Allowing people to have their experiences and understand that it is their experience without judgment, without the need to try to figure it out for them, without the need to try to define it, just simply understanding that it is their path. It is their undertaking. It is their experience, and wishing them the best, holding them in a space of light, love, and peace. Light, love, and peace. That surpasses all understanding. Because sometimes it's not meant for you to understand. It's simply meant for you to be understanding. It's not meant for you to know it. So here's the definition by Webster. The definition of empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another. It's the ability to understand and share the feelings of another. So on your job, in your relationships with your children and with your loved ones, in relationship with your peers, be your best to understand and share their feelings. Even though it may not make sense to you, it doesn't have to. Just be your best to understand and share the feelings. Because you may not know those feelings. You may have evolved beyond those feelings. But just understand that it is their feelings. Meeting people where they are is a true understanding of empathy. Meeting people where they are. Next, here's the approach. How do we approach attunement? Remember, attunement is the action of attune. The approach to attunement as a process or cycle with distinct movements beginning with focusing on a specific situation or area of discernment. The first thing we can do to approach attunement is to listen, is to actively listen, not just hear, but to actively listen so that we can understand what's going on. Because you'll notice there's some deeper and wider themes that are at play. Some deeper and wider themes that are at play. That if you truly listen, you can apprehend what's really happening. Not what you think is happening, but what is really happening. My advice to you in that moment is for you to go inside of yourself and allow yourself to gain a greater understanding beyond your perception. Because so many times we get stuck in the weeds, we get deep in the weeds of a thing that we don't realize what's truly happening, what's truly occurring, and how it's truly working for us and not against us. How it's truly happening for us and not to us. The second approach is discernment. Discernment, to look to gain understanding of the key themes or occurrences, inviting you to dwell further into. It's to look to gain understanding of key themes or occurrences. So look beyond what you think a thing is and begin to allow yourself to see a thing for what it truly is and how it truly is beyond your immediate perception. I have this unique gift of being able to see a thing and have a different perspective of what it is. I shared something earlier this week in the morning manifestation sessions, and I said, in those moments, I said, I felt this apprehension within me about moving on to something that is I felt like was significantly bigger than me. So I had to ask myself, take time for discernment. Why did I feel this way? Why was I thinking this way? Where is the disconnect that was occurring? And because I took the moment to do discernment, I received and began to actively listen to my inner self. I began to hear, it is your ego. And then I asked the question, what do you mean? It is you edging God out. You making it about what you can do, how you can show up, what's available to you, without realizing that if you look at just you, then there's a limiting mindset. However, if you look at the abundance that surrounds you, that is available to you, that is your inheritance from the universe or God, then you will move differently, correct? Which prompted me to do the next thing. Go. It prompted me to go, which means to respond. So you got to respond, bringing your creative capacity to the table to determine the next steps in a concurrence with your internal prompting, that clarion call. You know that call when something's bigger than you and keeps coming at you and over again. You keep hearing the same things. Like, is this deja vu? Is this deja vu? What's happening? It's the thing that reminds you, it's prompting you to come, to direct your steps, order your steps. It's your navigation. It's your navigation. So in that space of navigation, we must understand that we have to be available to, what is it again? Look here again. We have to be available and ready to go. Just go. Someone said something to me earlier, and they said, this is the time where this is the time where just jump. Like, what do you have to lose? But you have everything to gain. What do you have to lose? Just jump. Just go for it. Allow yourself to operate in the favor that has been invested in you, that's been afforded to you. Truly begin to realize who you really are and whose you really are in the fullness, not the limited perspective in your mind, in the fullness. All right? And the next approach is lived experiences. Lived experiences. Now allow your lived experiences to acquire a deeper, more intuitive understanding. From these lived experiences, we can repeat the cycle and gain greater alignment with your true self. You do realize, let me come back to the screen. You do realize that your greatest teacher is experience. That the greatest teacher that you'll ever have in your life, and the most constant teacher, the teacher that will consummate, and the teacher that will always be with you continuously, is experience. Your lived experiences can help you to acquire so much knowledge and information. That's why I say, do not be afraid to make mistakes. Do not be afraid to make mistakes, because it is those mistakes that allow you to gain a greater insight on who you are and what the power that is invested in you. Next, we're going to talk about the types of attunement. And we're going to begin with self-attunement. Self-attunement. Self-attunement is the ability to access the power of healing, wisdom, and your higher self. It's the way to tune into your mind, heart, and body, to tap into the source of energy within you, to live your greatest expression of who you are and achieving greater self-awareness. When I was doing my research and putting this together, I realized, I asked myself, I said, what's the difference between self-attunement and spiritual attunement? Well, self-attunement is the combination of your spirit, your body, and your mind. Your mind, heart, body, and including your spirit. It's the culmination, it's the correlation of all those spaces unified. So, in order for you to receive self-attunement, you have to access the power. It gives you to access the power of healing. Healing your mind, healing your body, healing your heart. Because many of us are walking around broken. But if we can truly allow ourselves to heal, case in point, my mother, rest in power, who has transitioned about 4 years ago, had 4 strokes. And she was a demonstration all 4 times on the power of her mind and how she could heal herself. She learned how to walk all 4 times. She learned how to speak again. She learned how to take care of herself and become independent as much as she could. Again, that was her owning her healing, operating in the space of wisdom, and seeing herself not in a lame position, but in a position of her higher self. That was a way for her to really tune in, sharpen her mind, tune into her heart, and really dissect and see if there was anything within her that was causing her harm, that was not working for her best and highest good anymore. So we have to understand life itself is working for you. You're not working for life. You're not working for these experiences. These experiences are working for you. So you have to begin to tune into these experiences and see if they're still working for your best and highest good. Tune into your philosophies. Is it working for your best and highest good? Tune into your mindsets, how you operate within your money, how you operate within relationships, how you operate within your health. Is it working for your benefit? If it isn't, it's time to let it go. It's time to let it go. Purge, release it so you can make room for something that is. All right. The next type of attunement is spiritual attunement. Spiritual attunement is listening to internal guidance and then aligning your response the way you think, act, and feel. So aligning your thoughts, your actions, and your feelings with your internal guidance. I'll say that again. Aligning your thoughts, your actions, and your feelings with your internal guidance. And then respond accordingly, move accordingly. See, many of us, we don't do that. We just move without checking in. We just move without aligning, without shifting and making sure that we're moving on one accord. We may think a thing and then act a different way and feel a different way than we acted. It happens all the time when we're trying to be in a space of higher consciousness. We may think about our circumstances and situations, and then we may act a certain way because we know better, right? We understand that we have a greater power that's invested in us and that our circumstances and situations are not our identity. But then at the same time, we'll still feel a certain way. We'll feel a little empty. We'll feel a little deprived. We'll feel a little frustrated or angry. So it's important that you align your thoughts, your actions, and your feelings to support you with aligning with your inner guidance so that you can proactively move forward. You can be a thing instead of doing a thing. Okay? The next type of attunement is mental attunement. Mental attunement is an act of genuinely positive, resilient, admirable impressive, pleasantly surprising, or delightfully unexpected, and a readiness to notice and celebrate strengths and solutions. When you are mentally attuned, I mean, you're sharp. You sharpen yourself up, right? When you're mentally tuned in, then you have an attitude that's a positive attitude because you're tuned in, you're connected. You're not feeling all over the place. You're confident, right? Then you're also resilient. That means you're not going to allow anything to defeat you. You know that you win in the end. You have an attitude, and then that attitude is admirable. So everybody around you looks at it and it's infectious. Like, man, this guy over here, man, he's got it together. In addition to that, it's pleasantly surprising. I mean, you're going to shock some people, and people are going to fit. You're going to make yourself available to more people, more opportunities because of you being in tune mentally. You've been, and then you'll be ready. You have a sense of readiness in you, and that readiness is to notice and celebrate your strengths. We're not going to be we can't focus on our perceived weaknesses. They're distractions. But if you can focus on your strengths and stand in that space, then you can operate and create viable solutions that will increase your value. And man, how viable is that, right? The next attunement is emotional attunement. Emotional attunement. This is the ability to emotionally connect with another on another level. The ability to emotionally connect on another level. It is much, much more than being close or having a sense of closeness. So in relationships, many people say it's an example of that would be uh, when you can use Reiki energy to connect with people to help them to move some things out the way, or when you can sit quietly and listen to each other's breaths and engage and have a sense of arousal simply from non-contact. Non-contact. This is allowing, and by doing so, it will allow you, you begin to allow yourself to feel what the other person is feeling by entering their inner world. Now, this is a magical space. You want to know how to realize something, that thing that we call being in love on a continuous level? Become emotionally attuned with them. Allow yourself to be vulnerable enough to become emotionally attuned with them, to emotionally connect with them at a very deep and substantial level, beyond the physical, beyond just the heart space, but at the cellular space. And you'll realize that you're so connected and that you can overcome anything, and you'll have a continuously engaging experience. All right? That brings us to the end of attunement. It brings us to the end of attunement. Now, if you have any questions, feel free to post them in the comments. I should have said you can ask questions along the way, and I will answer them once we complete it. However, I didn't do that, so I'm asking it now. If you have any questions, feel free to ask those questions. And know that, we're here for you. We're here for you. Every week we're going to dive deeper into this so that we can get a greater understanding. So instead of us simply out there trying to manifest without understanding the qualifications, understanding the attributes of manifestation, of manifesting, now we can create from a space of wholeness, a space from truth, from a space of intention, a space of intention. So no longer do we have to just sit out there and aimlessly shoot and hope it hits something. And besides, there's something you may hit may not be what you really desire in the first place. So take a moment and allow yourself, even if you need to go back through this and listen to it several times over for you to get an understanding, please do. It'll be posted. But this would allow you to be able to be more intentional and to realize the very things that you ultimately desire and that also desire you. This is going to help you to really be able to foster transformation in a greater magnitude, All right? Well, we'd like to thank you for contributing, for being with us each and every day. We'd like to thank you for loving us and for supporting us. If you'd like to continue to support us, we accept donations so that we can create more of this content, so that we can be able to provide a better environment for you. We're also looking at moving into a physical location so that you can come visit us in the person. And we can create more classes and more events so that we can celebrate humanity. So you can always go to the website, or you can go to the app of Giveify and look up One Transformation Center and make a donation there. Any amount is greatly appreciated. Or you can also Cash App me. You see the Cash App there. It's at Cash App Samuel Crumpy Jr. Greatly appreciate you and all your support and all that you do. Just know you are loved. You are absolutely loved. And we're not separate from you. We're connected. We're absolutely connected. So until next time, we bid you adieu and ask you to continue to be the joy, the love, the peace, be the life you desire to see, be the change you desire to see. It is your birthright. The morning manifestation sessions, and Wednesday at 8 o'clock with the transformative conversation. Till then, be great, everyone. Be great.